Oh. It's getting ready. Hello, welcome to Out of the Loop. My name is Tom.
My name is Chris.
And I'm Dave.
Now, we are one of the most hated reaction videos online. We've said it for all three of the videos that we've just released. This might be the first one that we released, so we'll say it on the previous two ones. The reason why people seem to not enjoy them, I think, is we talk through the trailer when it's being played. To stop ourselves, Chris came up with a brilliant idea. We are going to tape off our mouths closed so that we can watch Bumblebee, the 2018 official teaser trailer. That is 2 minutes and 22 seconds for some reason. That's the teaser.
That's what you wanted, people, and we are delivering.
So let's put the tapes on.
It's embarrassing. We have to do this.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
Mine doesn't stick to my beard.
And you're the worst. Get all three.
Don't get more tape. I'll just...
No.
Right.
I've got my mouth closed. Hold on, Dave.
Really keep it sharp. Really keep it sharp.
Can you tighten yours up, please?
It is.
Look, you shut up. Right, here we go. Bumblebee. Oh. Oh. What? Shut up!
Let me tell you something. A driver don't pick the car.
Oh, that's
Car pick the driver.
New York.
It's a mystical bond between man and machine. It's a mystical bond between man and machine.
Was that Bumblebee's cock? Oh, she's gonna get raped. Oh.
Who are you? Do you speak?
Oh, hold it together.
I'm not talking.
What's your name?
Got his cock out.
We need you. This is why you're here, B.
You know, beat music can help you say what you're feeling. Try this.
Oh. That genuinely did hurt there. Now,
That looked fucking awful.
it did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't that look terrible?
Yeah. Makes me kind of want to watch the original Transformers film, I guess.
Why?
Just because, like, that's all it's going to be, isn't it?
Well, no, it doesn't seem...
But without all the Transformers in it.
You know what I honestly thought it was at one point? You know when she's riding along the cliff and then the arm comes out, or the whatever that was comes out? Yeah.
His appendage.
It made me think of that film. Do you remember called Monster Trucks?
I haven't seen that, but I'm desperate to watch that.
Right, I think we should all watch it together.
Yeah.
It's awesome, but it's smart. It is an engine for my truck. Isn't that right, Creech? You named him Creech?
An idea from a producer's son.
Yeah, and I think it absolutely did terrible at the box office. So that's why sons aren't in control.
But you think that this is on that level?
No, I think this looks worse because it looks like it's trying for more.
This looked like, and I know it's an easy comparison to make because they're both Beatles, but it did look like Herbie Rides Again.
Herbie on steroids.
Yeah, but pitched at that level,
Yeah.
like kiddie type.
I just don't really see what else you can do. What kind of story can you tell other than essentially every other Transformers
I don't know
film?
if I'd tell a love story between a girl and a car.
Yeah, it did
Especially
seem
if
a
it
bit
starts
like that.
off like that.
Yeah, it did feel a bit
Like
weird.
the Flasher,
Yeah.
Dirty Beetle Flasher.
Yeah, like I've got nothing with women being the lead roles in these kind of films, but why is it now? I mean, maybe that's not what they're going for, but it felt like there was a love connection between the two of these, not just a matey connection.
Yeah.
It felt like he was protecting
There was
her.
emotion.
It felt like that. Whereas with Sam Wiki, which was the
Witwicky.
which was the guy, there was like it's like a really cool thing that he's my friend and all that. Whereas this felt sexualized.
Seedy.
Yeah, it felt weird.
It struck me as a little bit like Mr Tumble's Range Rover.
I like that they brought Bernie Mac. They brought his voice back because he passed away, didn't he, Bernie Mac, after the first.
Quite a while ago.
I think it was after the original Transformers. I think he died soon after that.
What was he the voice?
He was the voice. No. He was the
No, yeah.
voice on top of it when she says. He says something like, "It's your first car." It sounded like him. Maybe it's not.
Do you know
It looked less ridiculous. To be saying that, despite the fact we laughed throughout most of that trailer,
It wasn't
It's-
with it, was it?
it still looked slightly less ridiculous than the Transformer films, and that has everything blowing up and going crazy.
But I like the Transformers
Yeah.
films. The first one I actually thoroughly enjoyed. Second one enjoyed. The last one
was the last one the one where they go
the
back
the
in
last
time?
night.
Dark Side of the
No, they
Moon.
don't go back in time. It starts back in time.
Are they the reason the dinosaurs go extinct?
But it was good. It was enjoyable. I actually thoroughly enjoyed the last one. That one, it just didn't strike me that there was enough. And it is only a teaser trailer, but there wasn't enough going on. I did, however, there is one thing I liked about that.
Oh, yeah.
The plane that you saw. Because you remember there's Starscream and there was another
I
plane.
can't remember who the other
See,
one
I
was.
remember this from when I was little.
When it was,
And they were actual toys, and you had a Decepticon plane. One was a blue one was a red one. Red one. That one looked like the red one, and I want to see.
Are you excited for
wanna
that?
see what it looks like.
That does make me kind of go, oh, okay. But one of the complaints I have about the Transformers movies is, apart really from Optimus Prime, none of them really look like I remember Transformers looking like.
Yeah.
And I know that that's intentional to bring them, to bring them up to date and what have you.
But they don't stand out as much.
But no, that's the thing.
Yeah.
In all of those films, when I have watched them and thought, so who's who? I mean, they obviously only showed Bumblebee and that plane,
Yeah.
so they may be the only ones in it. So, which is, in some ways, is probably good.
So I think another thing with that, and maybe that's what maybe in a different context I will watch it and go, okay, I they're going for a more of an emotional story, because when I see Bumblebee, I think those ridiculous films called Transformers that have been released and how over the top and ridiculous they are, that trying to do a sensible story with Bumblebee, which is kind of what it looked like, a more personal, sensible story, just had me giggling. Because it just seems
all
ridiculous.
you can think of is
those
original
big,
films.
stupid, over-the-top films. Whereas I look at that and I go, don't try and make this... Like,
Something
if that
else.
wasn't Bumblebee, if that was something completely different...
That was just another robot.
Yeah, it's just another robot, different series completely. I might have bought into it a bit more. But I think because it's Bumblebee, I've got all of this...
Dirtied.
Yeah, that I can't
sullied.
get into the tone of what this is trying to be. I enjoyed the first one.
Yeah, I like the first one.
And then after that, the second one I thought was horrific. I was awful. And then I feel like I watched a part of one of them, and I don't know which one it is. And I remember going, "Nah, I'm out."
Is this not just them making more Transformers films because they have the license? And...
Well, I wonder what the budget's like on this, because if they're like, you know what, we do these big budget films, they make a lot of money. They made less money, I think, recently, but they still make a lot of money for them. Now they're thinking, can we make smaller side stories on these characters? A bit like what Star Wars is doing and totally fucking up that universe. And are they going to make little tiny stories on all these different characters that cost way less but can still bring in the money? That is what they're trying to do with it. They're trying to make this world, I think.
Yeah. Extended universe.
Yeah,
that's what they're all doing.
Yeah, since Marvel, the problem is everyone wants that, but no one wants to put the effort in like Marvel did, and that's the biggest problem.
No one wants to put the effort in Marvel like Marvel did, but also Marvel has got a massive library of stories that they can draw upon.
But so has DC. And they failed. So has, they were going to do Frankenstein. Apparently, that's still going ahead. You know, the Dark Universe with Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Apparently,
they're
that's
doing
still
another one.
Well, they did The Mummy, and it's awful. Do not see that film.
See it? I watched it. It was enjoyable.
Oh my God, Dave, you have such bad taste.
But is this also not a way for sort of Hollywood to sort of cash in on the success of TV series by playing out
partly, but
long?
Oh, do you mean
arcs?
in terms of the current crowd? Not craze, because I think it's it's got more longevity than that. But the people are now more invested in the Netflix binge culture type thing. Watching a 13-part story with a big arc.
Yeah.
Right. If you didn't totally dislike this, please do give it a like. If you did dislike it, what should they do, Dave?
Give it a like anyway.
You could do that, or you could write in your comments and tell us why you didn't like it.
Make your own fucking video and like that.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just watch the trailer.
All right. So can we... All right.